There. And 4.5 hours, it changed to episode 5. I'm gonna make a quick note of that. I don't know how to respond to that. Yeah, I forgot she went by Undertaker. I keep doing that. I keep messing up the Madam Undertaker and Madam Nightmare names. Okay, now that I know we can drive on rivers, looking. We'll go north from here, I think. Arr, me hearties! Arr, ye's be too strong for us. Yeah, I know it. That's probably why they wanted my boat so bad. Oh, look who's back. How many times do we need to teach you this lesson, old man? I'm just imagining these pirates just popping out of the water. With no reason whatsoever. Man, that was like right on. Wow. This is... Oh, that's why I need the Levistone. Okay. Well, he's a troll. Oh, what else am I supposed to do with him? He puts his hands in his head and screams, I don't know who you are anymore! Alright, now I can beat this one up because he attacked me first. Warg. I might edit the title of this at some point, because the whole Levistone business might be after the water crystal, but hey! So this is my easy button. I got it back in high school. It's a cool little device because you push it, It says that was easy. This is a water bottle from Meyer. Good, tasty spring water. Could probably do better on the whole, like, not wasting stuff angle. But, it's tasty water. Well, yeah, might as well. Floor enhancing minerals. I feel like that challenge would get easier as the game goes on. It's, well, I don't know what I was looking for there, but, welcome to the 19th, Duck and Bills. Glad you could finally join us. Let's see. That is especially true in the Pixel Remaster version. She was doing as much damage as Edge was by the end of the game. It's like she's being more efficient shooting her arrows at things than using magic. That creepy smile emote gets me every time. I'm having flashbacks to when I played the GBA version. How about we sing a sea shanty, huh? Anybody know any good ones? Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum? Well, I guess since it's after midnight for everybody. No, I'm not in a battle anymore. So this is the Bush Beer car. It's a cool car because on the back there it says NASCAR Bush Series 01 and 06 champion. Yar hiddly dee. Wait, no, that's a different song. That's the song from Pinocchio. Yar har fiddle-dee dee. Do what you want cause pirate is free! You are a pineapple! I'm gonna take a short break again. I will be back soon enough.
Hello? Oh, jeez. What? Okay. That's making my thing peak. That's, not good. I guess I'll have to speak quietly.
Hello? Hello? Is it working now? I think it is. I didn't say anything that important, I don't think, but, yeah, I don't know what happened there. Concha! Yeah, and you got it right on. Good job. That's a good idea, Link. We should totally do that. No! Alright. Why can't I just land anywhere like any other Final Fantasy game, huh? You know, it's funny, I've only seen, like, the first 2 seasons of Seinfeld. It's one of those shows that's always recommended to me, and I've just never gotten around to watching the whole thing. But your humor does indeed transcend time and space. The funny thing is, I know where the city is that I need to go, and it's definitely not on the continent I'm trying to get on. But I don't know. I just can't find the dock. The Office is pretty good. I watched that all the way up to where Michael Scott left, and then but then I stopped watching because I don't know. I got busy when that was still being shown on the Discord. But my sister got me this for my birthday. For those who might not have seen, it's the complete series of The Office. These 4 dorks sailed the ocean blue in 7,502. Now, Gen 6 I think gets a bad rap. It's stupidly easy, sure, but it's not bad. Yeah, I need to get around to watching the last 2 seasons, but on top of, like, work and stuff, it just kind of... It's just like... I kind of lost interest when Michael Scott left, because it's like, he's the reason I watch. But I'll watch them eventually. Well, I mean, you're right, but it still gets I think it gets most of its bad rap from that. I still think, I still think the music is great. this is the town I need to get to. I would say I like Alola more, too, but... yeah. I wish I knew where my copy of Sun went. I did not ever play Ultra Sun, though. I thought that the idea of how they made those was just, you know, just retreading the same story but making it slightly less. Wasn't fun to me. But yeah, I wonder why you remember the skate girl. Yeah. Because it's probably the exact same reason I remember. Am I doing something out of order? Did I forget something? Oh yeah, sure. That's why. I actually forgot that's who you got Lucario from. I just remember her key art. Yeah, I said it. Saying all the controversial stuff on Mr. Matthias After Dark. I mean, to be fair, I really like the golfing lady from Sun and Moon and the Elite Four. Khalil, I think her name is. I don't know what it is about the golfing outfits anime characters always seem to wear, but sorry, I'm not usually like that, Minstrel. Alright, I'll tone it back. No need to get all weird here. This is what happens. I've got cabin fever. I've got cabin fever. It's driving me insane. I've got the madness. I've got cabin fever. I've got it too. I'd play that song if it weren't copyrighted by Disney. I know how that feels, Link. I know exactly how that feels. Well, that's the best lead I've got. I don't know. Yeah, and you know what else, Minstrel? We're all going to die down here. Good old Betty. that dock there is for Provoca. I'm a piranha. I live in the Amazon. Alright, cool. I just wish I knew people my age. Good password. Oh, more hydrants. Uh-oh. Alright, no one do anything else. We gotta heal Undertaker here. Sabrina's a good choice, but I always liked Erica. Mostly because I always liked that name. Yeah, I've had exactly 2 girlfriends. And all of them were before 2016. So it's been a long time. And my biggest problem is that, you know, I don't know people's ages, and most of the people I work with are considerably younger than I am, so... Welcome to the Mr. Matthias therapy session. Yes! Saturdays are made for dads. And dad's cut. For real though, I forgot about the ice cave. Yeah. I'm just so lonely, I could die. No. Actually, I'm quite content. You know, I'd like to be in a relationship, but... You're not sub to me, for one thing, and for another, I don't know the ages of most of the women I know to begin with in the first place. So I'd rather not play that lottery. Yeah, get wrecked. The VODs of this will be so weird. I want to preserve my streams as much as I can, but like, now we're talking about dating. Well, that's too bad, Link. That'll be a dulls A from me. Every time I hear somebody say they date themselves, I think of that. I was like, wow, how pathetic. No. Oh, good, a white dragon. Brr. I'm a Michigander. Your ice storms mean nothing. Oh, 2 of them. I'm totally unprepared for that. I don't know, I was just wondering if this version of the song was different. Because it feels like it has less... It's like instrumentation is calmer. I was thinking that too, in other words. I know there's a bit in Final Fantasy III where it changes the battle music based on whether you're in the mini areas or not. Ah, crap. Hi. Good thing I have all those ethers. Thing is, I should have seen that coming. I gotta walk through ice spikes. That's something us Michiganders are not prepared for. You Wisconsinites might be, though. Oh, bye. Oh, feels bad, man. Am I still visible? I feel invisible. No, I'm definitely visible. Monsters! I suppose that depends. Like, knowing Final Fantasy 1 kind of helps with Final Fantasies 2 and 3, but it's kind of like Final Fantasy 4 helps a little with the Super Nintendo ones, but Final Fantasy 5 and 6 are so different that it's... I guess it's... With Final Fantasy 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9, they all have the active time battles. And with those references, like, Final Fantasy 9 has this really great reference to Final Fantasy 2. It's like an entire story, and it's just a neat little thing to know. Like, oh yeah, I know that. Neat. And then there's all sorts of other references. I hope that little tangent there made sense. That is true. Well, that explains why the Pixel Remaster felt so weird. I think it turned that up to the max. I miss active time battles. It's like, yeah, turn-based strategy, or turn-based, not strategy, but turn-based RPGs have their place still. But the fact that Square never seems to do any new active time battle games is just kind of sad to me. I think it's a much better system than your standard turn-based. I would probably agree with that, Dulls. But at least every character in Final Fantasy VII feels different. Unlike Final Fantasy VI. It's like, sure, in the world of balance, all the characters feel nice and different from each other, but they really get kind of homogenized in the world of Ruin, and that kind of really kills the vibe of the game for me, which is why I like Final Fantasy V better. Monsters! Ward. Yeah, they don't really have any unique dialogue, though. Like, I don't know, it's just... It's like Celis, Setzer, and Sabin do, but then everything else... Like, after you recruit Terra, it's basically her story's done. It's like... Well, that's a crying shame. She was the main character at the beginning of this thing. Also, I think Final Fantasy V's music is just a little better. Oh, nice. 12,350 gil. Monsters! You guys again. It's funny you say natural magic users, but like everyone can use magic. Man, if she could suplex, that'd be it. She'd be the greatest character in all of Final Fantasy, no contest. That is a lot of gil. Got the fat stacks of cash. Himself? Jeez. Did you know limit breaks are in Final Fantasy VI as well? They're called desperation attacks. If you're at low HP, they'll sometimes activate. I am looking forward to the Pixel Remaster version of 6, though. Oh, Disco Demons. We've already faced Mind Flayers. These guys are nothing. Yeah, but Final Fantasy VIII has GF Dulls. 10,000 gil. Nuts. want to fall on that floor. I saw an article today that was saying, like, one of the greatest RPGs of all time was leaving the Game Pass. And the article said it was Final Fantasy VIII, and it's like, wow, you don't hear that very often. Glad that person really liked Final Fantasy VIII. Oh. Okay. Well, let's try that again and not fall through the floor this time, eh? Oh, geez. Okay, this might be a problem. Dangnabbit, why didn't I use a tent while I was out there? So who else is looking forward to that one Final Fantasy 1 game where the Warriors of Light are just some dudes really wanting to beat the crap out of Chaos? I feel like that one's going to be great fun. Glad somebody else uses that emote. Chaos! I just think it'll be hilarious. I hope they lean into the goofiness of it instead of trying to make it all serious, because it looks goofy as heck, and I love that. Yeah. Goofy as yuck. Yeah, you're right. I'm Goofy! Bye. She did a Donald Duck impression. Oh, I gotta hear that. I'm running out of high potions. Okay, let's be smart about this time, shall we? Look at these dudes. Monsters! Oh, geez. Okay, that is acceptable. Annoying, but acceptable. This might hurt. Whew! Good job, me. I did it. No, I just needed the heals. Aw, Flame Sword is weaker? That's okay, though. It'll be stronger against all these enemies. Whee! Oh, hi. Hello again. I actually forgot I had Tiara. No, I don't think so. I think you're just supposed to take it. Man, that coral sword doesn't do anything against these guys. Yeah, no float spell here. We don't all float down here. I think it's supposed to emulate a D&D style experience. Which I think this game does overall well. I think float was introduced in 4, but it might have been in 2. No, I think it was 3. Because there's that one area where you need it to progress. Okay. I might be thinking of a different spell entirely as well, so... Because there's that swamp thing that makes you sink. At least you can save anywhere in 3. Quick saving is so nice. Because in this version it doesn't delete when you start over. Oh boy. Look at this dude! Oh. There, we got the Letta Stone. Now, how do we get out of here? We couldn't get the exit spell. It wouldn't let us. Yeah, it's amazing they didn't come up with that sooner. Oh no, Final Fantasy III just had limitations that couldn't allow them to? What I don't get is why the DS version didn't add... Otherwise, the DS version is my preferred way of playing Final Fantasy III. Yep. Well, I'll trust the wiki on that one because I'm pretty sure it's right. I must be thinking of something else about the swamp in Final Fantasy III. Unless, for all I know, the DS version changed that, but I don't think so. I figure it wouldn't have been in 10. But now that you mention it, it is kind of weird that it's not in 6. Because I'm pretty sure there are ways to nullify the damage from Quake, which is particularly bad in Final Fantasy VI. Because it not only attacks your enemies, it also attacks you. Oh, you said 8. Alright. Sorry, I read that as a 6. I need new glasses, alright? I'm way down here in the corner. Hi! Hi! Alright, finally out of that tech hole. Bard. Yeah, I was playing Final Fantasy IV since I was a wee child. I got a little too into it, and my dad took it away and then sold it to somebody, and then I got it again on the GBA years later. Now it's one of my most owned games, both how many times I've owned it and like how many copies. Man, I can't believe I've been streaming this long. 5.5 hours. This is definitely a new record. I didn't think I had it in me. Amazing what having a desk and a chair to sit in will do. Weirdly enough, Final Fantasy I might be my second most owned Final Fantasy game. I have it on GBA, I have it on NES Classic, I have it on this. That's 3 copies. Now, Final Fantasy VI might be. I have it on Super Nintendo Classic, had it on Wii Virtual Console. Had it on GBA. I will soon have Pixel Remaster, so yeah. Alright, where's that dude who wanted to see the Levitt Stone? Oh yeah, this guy. Well, I found it. Oh, he was supposed to tell me that. Well, if he hadn't been sleeping earlier, I would have known that. Oh yeah, I have it on Wii Virtual Console. I had it on GBA, had it on DS, had it on Steam twice, and had it on Super Nintendo. So I have owned a lot of copies of Final Fantasy IV. The duck truck, nice. Oh, I don't have Z35 WoW. Okay, well, I need to add that at some point. I could have just slept at the inn, but no! Gotta pitch a tent right outside the city. Where was that guy who wanted the Levis Stone? Was that the dude at Nelmond? It was the dude in the Dwarf Mountain. The one with the silly name. That Jabaited was a turkey? Nice. Jabasted. Nice. Alright. I will be right back again. Yeah, that lunar event. It's like... Every time they say, here's where you can watch it, I always go, not Michigan, because it's always cloudy when these celestial events happen. Got a cool meteor shower? Cloudy. Got a cool lunar eclipse? Snowy. You got a solar eclipse? It's thunderstorming, so it doesn't matter anyway. So it's like, who cares about these celestial events? You can't even see them. I wonder if I even need to see that guy. Okay, cool. We can just get the airship. Nice. Yeah, buddy. Launch. Hey, wait a second. You can't land airships in the desert. That is true, Minstrel. We definitely get the polar vortexes. Kanadansu's in chat. Ah, you've never heard the Final Fantasy I airship tune, huh? It's one of the weirdest tunes in the game. Alley-ho! Somebody in here was asking about the Lemon Stone. Okay. Alright, let's go visit the Lord of Dragons then, shall we? Okay, this dude just lives in a hole in the ground alone. Nothing cool. I always think of Batman when I see that. I'm Batman. The Lord of Dragons in all his majestic glory. the Platinum Dragon himself. He zaps us with magic power, and now we're sexy. And also, Owl's now a redhead. Look at that slick back haircut Duck has now. Yeah, these sprites are more based off of the original game, which I kind of like. You know, I really like the GBA sprites and their different colors, but I don't know, I do appreciate the attempt to preserve the original style. Yes! My dream is to one day be sexy. That was the most pointless airship ride. To go next door. I have a new dream. Up. Up. It's like finding a parking space in Troya. It's just impossible. You can't do it. I even get a cool pose now? I made an entire, like, military force in D&D lore that is based entirely off the Red Mage. Oh yeah, I turned follower only mode on a while back. Yeah, exactly, Minstrel. Hi, Rye Guy, how you doing? Dolls, what have we said about hitting on other chat participants? Barely a third of my money. What an odd thing to say. Especially the discussion we had earlier about me and thighs. Look at it! Look at it! Look at it! It's not now? I can understand why you're surprised. We only did just become sexy, so I can understand it's a bit of a shock. Absolutely buying that. I kinda want that null death, but oh, he left? That's a shame. I was thinking about telling him that it's okay if he hits on people. A submarine out of a barrel. Yeah, I wonder why that is. A punching glove. Does it happen to look anything like Glover? Minstrel, I'm not surprised you have an emote that's a leg. You have emotes for everything. Do you want Glover to be a punching glove? I already talked to the well. That is true, Dills. That is an emote for everything. What is that? I'd rather not try to park closer. I think we're close enough. Oh, hello. Huh. Oh, okay. Never mind. You boys just don't know magic yet. It's a little unfortunate that, the enhanced warrior here doesn't get his cape like because of the GBA version. But he probably still looks too similar to the red mage. What a cute little oasis. Yeah, I forgot about that too. What sort of chaotic evil person would just sell a bottled fairy? And hounds of heck. Yeah, exactly. Link would save them and use them when he's about to die. Because he likes fairies. Alright, boys, we in there. We finally found the way to the water crystal. I suppose I should go save. Yeah, I suppose you did, didn't you? The blood moon rises once again. Ganon and his minions have seized the island of Korodai. Oh, right. I'm supposed to get the Oxale. Who do I give this fairy to? Are those legs really yours? Quite the question. Well, I suppose he's prompting me to go up north and see this supposed mechanical creature. So I guess we're not in there yet, boys. Look at her legs again. Okay, I looked at her legs again. What do you want from me? Ooh, loves that Castandara. Ninja gets access to all this cool equipment, and White Wizard, nothing. Monica is eternal. Hey, wait a minute. Kiki! Welcome to Mr. Matthias After Dark. We got your clay golems right here. Kiki! Kiki! Trickolisk. White Wizard pose is like, pull them on. Come on, for the 2 weeks. What's wrong with Matthew? Uh-oh. Oh no! Oh no! You gotta be kidding me. I won, but it feels like a loss. Where was my last save? Well, now everyone's experience is off. Yeah, exactly, Minstrel, you get it. This is a fate worse than death.